Mark Samagin Rip Mal. Ada tahu sih, target bilis suara di video kan. Kalau kantor Ghost Samagin Sri Lanka Gold Hamuda Kanda Matamai ada tahu sih, make Rida Peti target ready untuk di TV Dialog.
Welcome to Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, ThePapare.com. We are live from the Kalaniya Football Complex in this Dialog Champions League Super 8 Week 2. We had very long break, almost 4 months after we finished the Super 8 Week 1 back in September. We are all ready to face this match between Blue Star SC, who were the surprise package in Week 1, where they defeated the red hot favorites Renown SC in Week 1 2-0 with goals from Ibi Channa and Afonso Jibola. Today it's Blue Star versus Air Force. Air Force, after leading till the last minute, gave away an equalizer as they drew 2-2 against Army. So it will be a very hot game here at Kalaniya Football Complex. Both teams are lining up, almost ready for this big game. Football Complex. I'm joined in the commentary box by Deshan Gonwala.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second match week of the Dialog Champions League. We've had a bit of a break from the last year due to unavoidable circumstances, and we are back here with the first fixture of the second match week. We've just received the team sheets. Now,
yes indeed, Deshan, it will be a very interesting game as both teams are just about to come out onto the field. And referee for today is the very well experienced FIFA referee G and Robesh, along with Buddhika Das and Hiran Udekanta, the two linesmen. Blue Star will be the light blue, while Air Force in the all white. Quite a few changes, especially for Air Force here today. So it will be interesting how they play out. A lot of changes for them.
Dialog Gaje Keriti Karaginan Sahabat Krida Kandan Kridang Gede Beteter. Dialog Champions League Papan Tarangabli Super 8 Tarangate.
We're just seeing the two teams line up here. The Air Force team has already lined up. The Blue Star side just receiving their final orders from the coach.
සියල්ල සූදානම් තරඟ ආරම්භයට හරියටම 3 පසුවී විනාඩි 30ට තරඟය ආරම්භ කිරීමට නියමිතයි. සියලු දෙනාගේ ඔල්බරසන් නාදයේ අත්පුඩි නාදයේ මැද්දේ ක්‍රීඩා කණ්ඩායම් දෙක ක්‍රීඩා පිටිනියට GN Ramesh Nigam AABKP Dias LKI Udekant Samgin Sri Ritmal Adramati Karanga Vinusukan Vidya Kadam Karwa Karanga Tirga Vidyut Diluk Pereira Ada Ogi Samadana මේ ඩයලොග් එකේ දීප්පාවන් කරනවා ඒ සෙකන්ඩ් රවුන්ඩ් එකේ මේ සමයකට
both teams are now ready to get onto the pitch, just lined up with the pre-match formalities to be concluded here at the Kalnia Football Complex. And here we have both teams heading out onto the pitch. It's been a while since we've had this privilege of watching these boys in action. It's a relief for the players as much as it is for us to finally get things underway in the last few stages of this Dialog Champions League tournament for 2016.
සහෝදර ක්‍රීඩකයන් ඛණ්ඩයක් දෙකේම එකිනෙකා හඳුනා ගන්නගෙන තරඟ පිළිතුරුවන් තරඟ තීරක එකම
Just a small introduction of the teams to each other and the officials as the team sheets are now ready. Starting off with Air Force Nawat.
Yes, Air Force goalkeeper Ruwan Arunasiri, Damit Disanayaka, Rohan Fernando, Chaturanga Fernando, Kumar Lankesara, Harsha Fernando, Nipana Bandara, Nuwan Welgamage, Kavindu Ishan, DK Duminda, Callum Pereira. Of course, quite a few changes because their main man in defense at centre back Gilshan Fernando is not starting. He's also not there, so they are using a 5-3-2 formation, mainly focusing on defense with Dimuthul Akmal Gunasinghe also not starting as we look at the Blue Star lineup.
So Blue Star is Manjula Fernando in goal, then Mohammad Rifkan, Balgamage Shivanka, Nasiru Opayemi, Mohammad Fahir Ali, Sanjeeva Seaman, Mohammad Irshan, Idobu Hamid, the talisman Mohammad Imtad, Afonso Jibola, who's known for his brilliant goals, and also Ibi Channa, who's an absolute live wire on his day. Both teams just taking the pre-match picture.
Look at the points table just to start refresh your memory. It's Solid and Blue Star who is leading this points table after winning the first week with Solid FC winning final against Navy, Blue Star 2-0 against Renown, while Air Force Army, Colombo FC and New Youngs are deadlocked at 1-1. Air Force and Army drew 2-2, while Colombo FC and New Youngs played out a goalless draw, while one of the favorites, Renown, just one before last, and Navy having the last position in the points table as the two sides on the field, the two captains are tossing the coin.
தற்பொழுது நாங்கள் 2016ஆம் ஆண்டுக்கான டயலாக் சாம்பியன்ஸ் லீக் சுற்று தொடரின் சூப்பர் 8 சுற்றின் இரண்டாவது வார போட்டிகளில் உங்களை சந்திக்கின்றோம். இலங்கையின் முதல் தர விளையாட்டு இணையதளமான ThePapare.com ஓடு இன்று சூப்பர் 8 சுற்றின் இரண்டாவது வார போட்டிகளின் முதல் போட்டியாக இன்று இலங்கை விமானப்படை அணி மற்றும் களுத்துறை ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் அணி ஆகிய இரண்டு அணிகளும் இன்றைய போட்டியில் மோதுகின்றன. ஏற்கனவே இடம்பெற்று முடிந்த முதலாவது வாரத்தின் சூப்பர் 8 சுற்றின் முதலாவது வார போட்டிகளில் களுத்துறை ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் அணி பிரபல ரெனான் அணியை 2-0 என்ற கோல்கள் கணக்கில் வெற்றி கண்டதோடு அதேபோன்று விமானப்படை அணி இலங்கை இராணுவ படை அணியை 2-2 என்ற கோல்கள் கணக்கில் சமநிலையில் தமது சூப்பர் 8 சுற்றின் முதலாவது வார போட்டிகளை நிறைவு செய்து கொண்டன. அந்த வகையில் இன்று தமது தீர்க்கமான இரு அணிகளுக்கும் மிக முக்கியமான போட்டியாக இந்த போட்டி அமைந்திருக்கின்றது. சூப்பர் 8 சுற்றின் புள்ளி பட்டியலில் தமது அணிகளை முன்னிலைப்படுத்திக் கொள்வதற்கான மிக முக்கியமான போட்டியாக இவ்விரு போட்டிகளும் அமைந்திருக்கின்றது. ஒரு நீண்ட இடைவெளியின் பின்னர் நாம் இன்று தற்பொழுது மீண்டும் டயலாக் சாம்பியன்ஸ் லீக் சுற்றின் சூப்பர் 8 சுற்றோடு உங்களுடன் இணைந்திருக்கின்றோம். களுத்துறை ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் அணிக்கு கோல் காப்பாளர் மஞ்சுள பெர்னாண்டோ தலைமை தாங்கும் அதே நேரத்தில் இலங்கை தேசிய அணியின் வீரரான கவிந்து இஷான் இலங்கை விமானப்படை அணியினை வழிநடத்துகின்றார். அந்த வகையில் ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் அணி சார்பாக மஞ்சுள, ரிஃப்கான், சிவங்க, ஒபேமி, ஃபாகிர், சஞ்சீவ, இஷான், ஹமீத், இமாத், ஜிபோலா மற்றும் சன்ன ஆகிய வீரர்கள் விளையாடுகின்றனர். அதேபோன்று இலங்கை விமானப்படை அணியை பொறுத்தவரையில் கோல் காப்பாளர் ருவன் அருணசிரி, துமிந்து பெரேரா உட்பட இன்னும் 9 வீரர்கள் விளையாடுகின்றனர். தற்பொழுது இந்த விறுவிறுப்பான போட்டி ஆரம்பிக்கப்பட்டிருக்கின்றது. இது கலனிய கால்பந்து விளையாட்டு மைதானத்திலிருந்து.
Just a Tamil updates given to all our viewers here from the Kalaniya Football Complex, and we've just started things off with Blue Star put under pressure early on by their opponents. Good chance there for Air Force number 8. Kolita Lankesar to break through, puts the ball in. Rather speculative, it goes out of bounds. He put a Bandara here on the wing. He's trying to dance his way past his man. Tries to put in a cross. To no avail, it goes out of bounds again. Goal kick. Foul call there. Early on, Ibi Channa takes a little tumble. Under pressure from Chaturanga Fernando, the centre back. Force, of course, playing a 5-3-2 formation today. Damit Disanayaka, Rohan Fernando, Chaturanga Fernando, Kolita Lankesar and Harsha Fernando all playing across that back five. Shivanka Balgamage puts in the ball. Good opportunity, DK Dimunder. Tries to contest it for Air Force, doesn't manage to do so. Ball comes back in. Afonso Jibola couldn't control it, ball goes back. Nasiru Opayemi gives the ball away. DK Duminder looks a bit, hopefully I would say, for some support. Doesn't work out too well, but luck is on his side. He manages to get a corner. And here we go, the first corner of the game. End of the second match week. Good opportunity to put in a good ball and get the opposition under pressure early on. Just a bit too far out of the 18-yard box. As Afonso Jibola manages to latch onto this one. He's breaking free. He's got no support. Very well done by the Airman to isolate the African player.
And when we are talking about set pieces, Deshan, I don't think Air Force will have much of a chance here today, considering the fact that Blue Star has one of the well-built as well as the tallest defenders going around with Nazir Opayemi, Fahir Ali, Balagamge Shivanka and Mohammad Rifkan. I think all four of them exceeding 6 feet.
Yeah, and we saw last match week that Blue Star on their day, they can be the best of teams. Like we did see at the Racecourse Stadium, them trump renowned SC, that was absolutely out of the blue. Where Ibi Chan managed to show an attacking masterclass here as Air Force break forward. And they have been awarded a free kick in a very, very dangerous area.
That was a brilliant counter-attack from Air Force. They were marauding down that left flank. A nice little 1-2 between Kamidu Ishan and DK Duminder. And we talked about the well-built defenders. Then again, that disadvantage comes when you're against one of the fastest wingers going around. That's Kamidu Ishan. We saw at that point where I think it was Muhammad Rifkan or Balagamge Shivanka who pulled Kamidu Ishan down. And fortunate for him that he pulled him down on the edge of that box.
A few yards this way or that way, and it could have been an absolutely different story, a penalty, and it would have been a terrible way for Blue Star to start off the second match week. As we anticipate a good move here from the...
What do you think, Deshan? Will Kamindu go for the far post?
It's a tough call because he has to consider that his teammates aren't really tall. So yes, I think he might.
I think that would be the best option given that the Blue Star defenders are tall in stature. And a pivotal moment at the start of this week 2. And Ishan, as we predicted, went for goal but way off target.
Terrible execution there, and this stage when everyone's a little fresh and don't really have the tiredness in their legs, you expect him to do a little bit better. But like you were saying now, Renown SC were defeated by Blue Star, so you can't really... They're a team you can't really predict much, can you? On their day, they can defeat anyone. But then again, they are not the most consistent of sides either.
Yes, on that day, almost 4 months ago, the man of the match was Afonja Jibola and E.B. Chan. Both of them played exceptionally well in that match. As DK Duminder's pass, now Ido Hamid. Ron Fernando intercepts, tries a long ball over the defense. An easy collection for the experienced Manjula Fernando. And going back in time, Deshan, Blue Star came into that Super 8 encounter, Super 8 Week 1, on the back of a very morale boosting win where they had to win that final group match against Solid SC, who were undefeated and one of the favorites for this tournament. They defeated them 2-0, and then another 2-0 win in that Super 8 Week 1 against the favorites. So they were on a high, but this 4-month break has, I think, for any team, that momentum clearly drops down for them, isn't it? Unfortunate for Blue Star.
Yeah, most certainly, because it's when you play more matches, it's when you practice together more frequently that you really build up that chemistry, and you can have the best players in the world, but if the chemistry is not there, you can't really piece together a match-winning side. And that's what Blue Star were doing towards the latter weeks. They really found their feet. They were finding a groove, and unfortunately for them, and most of the other teams actually, they lost all that they had done.
I think it was mainly bad for the informed sides, Renown, Army. Hamid hacks it downfield. Chase is made by the number 16, Irshan. There's just 5 men on the bench for Blue Star. They won't be having the services of Rangana Silva in midfield for the next few weeks. Instead, we'll have in his place Lahiru Taraka Silva, Ido Hamid. Brilliant ball to find Irshan. He's unable to control it first time. Goes down, looks like a handball. Yes, it is.
Eight minutes into the game, it's been a very cagey affair, hasn't it, Nawad? You can't really say one team has dominated more than the other. No team yet has been able to stamp their authority. We've not seen a clear-cut chance yet.
and I don't think it comes as a surprise for us, for the players, as well as for the fans as well, because it has been almost a 4-month break. You are bound to be rusty.
Jibola there finds Rishan. Rishan feeds it forward. Ido Hamid here has come from centre back. He's on the right wing now. He's an opportunity to put in a ball. And he feeds it just a bit too far in front there for Imdad. As the goalkeeper gathers it and he feeds Nipuna Bandar. Nipuna Bandar down this right flank. He finds support in the form of his number 9.
Brilliant ball coming to Ishan, going away from goal. Tries to put in a cross. That uncertain bounce, not allowing him to put in a very good ball into the box, as Blue Star now breaks free. Nazir Opemi brings it forward. Rifkan.
Blue Star once again playing it out the back. Ball goes out of bounds. They definitely seem to have given a lot of priority to their defensive shape today. The call to the side. As DK Duminda picks the ball up, he's looking for options. He looks out wide. He finds the number 11. Nipuna Bandara. Nipuna Bandara tries to look for options. Nasru Opayemi manages to release it just in front of Afonso Jibola. Back to the airman. Brilliant run here. And what a good tackle as well now. Top draw stuff there.
Yes, indeed. Rifkan on, I think it was Gan Callum.
Another corner here. And it's coming to Ishan again, who's going to take responsibility for this one. Didn't have the best delivery the first time around. He's got a chance now to make amends for that. And he puts the ball in a float, a far post. DK Duminda just jumping below it. And the return shot coming in. Damit Disanaga from right back couldn't do much. Ball ricocheting about in the middle. And has been cleared. Taken it out quickly. It's Kolita Bandar. Damit Disanaika. Looks the middle of the park. Nipuna Bandara just puts it out. Noal Melgama putting a bit too much on that pass. Ball fed again and wasted. A very good opportunity there to try and make something out of themselves, but Imdad not putting the best of passes back in. Nuan Melgama again, he's just trying to find his footing, going in circles here. He loses the ball. EB Chanda manages to pick it up.
Closing in on the 15-minute mark, both sides haven't been able to assert themselves into the game, apart from that marauding run. In that fourth minute from Kamindu Ishan, which gave them a free kick on the edge of the box.
Chan, of course, can be a handful.
And that centre back pairing also, Kolita Lankesara and Rohan Fernando. Rohan Fernando, of course, replacing the experienced and the partner of Kolita Lankesara, Dilshan Fernando. So still that communication is not there. It has been a very long time since they played a match. Of course, Air Force played 3 friendly matches against the Pakistan Air Force, where they, I think, lost 1 and drew 2. Close encounters. They've had the match practice against some international opposition. Now,
not very happy again, Chan. He wants perfection. He wants to try and get this game off to the right start. He's definitely been very demanding. Afonso Jibola has had to drop back to a second striker role. Chan has been taking the plaudits up front. Up to now, Nibuda Bandara doesn't manage to bring the ball down convincingly enough. But possession retained. Damit Disanayaka down on the right flank. Very good turn there. Callum Pereira still on the ball. DK Duminder. Non Melgama with a bit of a skied cross. Well done by Kavindu Vishan to try and turn it. Not good enough for Shivanka Balgamage. Lofts it over once again. Turnover of possession. Ball with DK Duminder. He passes it to Nipuna Bandara, who unleashes a shot from distance. Takes a ricochet and it's now out for a goal kick.
தற்பொழுது இவ்விரு அணிகளுக்கும் இடையிலான போட்டியின் 16 நிமிடங்கள் நிறைவடைந்திருக்கின்றன. இலங்கை விமானப்படை மற்றும் ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் அணிகள், இரு அணிகளும் எந்த விதமான கோல்களையும் பெறாமல் ஆடிக்கொண்டிருக்கின்றன. ஏற்கனவே விமானப்படை அணிக்கு 3 கோனர் உதவி வாய்ப்புகள் கிடைத்தன. எனினும் அவற்றின் மூலம் அவர்கள் கோல்களை பெறுவதற்கான சந்தர்ப்பத்தை பெற்றுக்கொள்ளவில்லை. மிகவும் விறுவிறுப்பாக சென்று கொண்டிருக்கிறது இந்த போட்டி.
There goes Gan Kalum and the long limbs of Nazir Opemi putting that ball out. The big man against one of the smaller men in the park. Air Force, of course, having quite a lot of small guys.
Kolita Lankesara just taking his time to spot the right options. Referee blows for a bit of an infringement on the far side.
Still that tussle is going on. As the referee has a word with Nazir Upemi and Gayan Kalum. Kolita Lankesara to take this free kick. You won't miss him with those bright pink boots. Hamid controls it well. Zimtat hacks it downfield. Rohan Fernando puts it back.
Afonso Jibola giving chase. You certainly won't miss him with that haircut either. As the ball is sent out of bounds. Just in case by goalkeeper Ruan Nasiri. E.B. Channa looking for options. He tries to turn it back in there. Imdad again. Second bat at the cherry. Couldn't do too much. Fahir trying to fight his way through. Kolita Lankesara puts the ball out. Once again, Afonso Jibola chasing this one. Not very convincing. Ruan Arunasiri getting rid of it. DK Duminder. They're going up. Contesting for that ball. Not the cleanest tackle in the world there by Nasiru Opayemi. Definitely puts out an elbow. Trying to explain himself a bit too much. DK Duminder having to take his time to get back on his feet. Manjula Fernando picks the ball up after a keen tussle there on the left side of his goal. This ball cleared away by Harsh Fernando, the number 19, as there's another foul called. The referee immediately on the spot. Air Force with another good opportunity to put the ball into the box. Nuan Welgamer on the spot immediately. Shooting distance now, do you think they can take a shot on goal?
Well, it was Dilshan Fernando. Yes, I would think so, because he has the reputation of scoring goals from these sort of areas. However, he's not there. It'll be Kavindu Ishan by the looks of it. Yes, he is. He drives it just wide of the post.
Kavindu Ishan getting the power behind that one, getting the dip behind it, but certainly not the direction, and that's what's most important. As Balgamage Shivanka here takes his time to clear it. E.B. Chanda chest sit down. DK Duminda there throws himself at Kavindu Ishan's cross. Idowu Hamid manages to break here. E.B. Channa, Zibola on the inside. Channa spots his options. Idowu Hamid now at the ball. Good chance to turn it in for Fonja Zibola. But very good goalkeeper Aruna Siri, the Air Force goalkeeper, who spots the danger, manages to make himself big enough to stop that one. Once again, ball bought under control, Shivanga. Puts it a bit too far in front. Ball turned over again, Ruan Anwar City. Now Air Force can build out from the back. Yet again. Nuan Welgamer. Damita Dasanayaka. Kolit Lankesara lofts it. Good area there. DK Duminda challenge for the ball by Idowu Hamid. Afonso Jibola receives it. Imdad makes himself open. Couldn't get the ball on time. Ball goes out of play. Imdad with the throw in. Looks options. E.B. Channa tries to turn it towards Afonso Jibola first time. Ball doesn't quite connect the way he likes it. Idowu Hamid with a tough tackle. Play on, screams the referee. Niputa Bandara looks wide. Kavindu Ishan now. Kavindu Ishan loves running at defenders. He's got a good chance. Very quick he is. Takes a bit of a tumble, but manages to test the keeper, Manjula Fernando, on his toes, and manages to turn it away. Once again, Afonso Jibola here. He's got two men for company. Kolit Lankesara manages to fend him off. Ball, however, goes out of play. Blue Star with an opportunity now. Create something. E.B. Channa takes the ball. Afonso Jibola on it yet again. Ball goes out of bounds. I beg your pardon. Ball seems to still have stayed in play as Afonso Jibola is dispossessed. Good chance here to spread out play, Air Force. Good pass there. Niputa Bandara not quite sensing the idea, as Fahir tries to play through E.B. Channa but loses the ball yet again. Callum Pereira looks backwards, but the ball played by Nuan Welgamer not good enough. Skies it. DK Duminda. Idowu Hamid manages to turn over possession. Nuan Welgamer yet again. Damita Dasanayaka feeds on beautifully down the flank. Nasiru Opayemi holding on to that one. Opayemi taking his time, very comfortable on the ball. Well done there by Afonso Jibola. What a touch, and he's gone. He's inside the box and he unleashes a shot. What a strike. Not at all funny for the keeper there. He's been tested. For the first time in this game, we've seen a very clear-cut chance now, and Afonso Jibola with a brilliant touch. Really shows his quality.
Yes, it had taken Blue Star around 25 minutes to get the first shot on target, and it comes from the man who did all the damage in that last game against renowned Afonso Jibola. He has certainly found his as Imtat inside the box turns with acres of space and the time, fires it well over.
Coach certainly not happy with what turned out there. They had two very good chances, and early on in this game it's important to get that first goal in. Kolita Lankesara here finds Damita Disanayaka. Disanayaka looking inside, Nuan Velgama for support. Chooses to go a bit further in. Turns over possession, Shivanka tries to make something out of it. Doesn't manage to. Idowu Hamid looks for a bit of a cheeky pass, but all his options were offside. Referee's just flagged it now. Kolita Lankesara yet again in his bright pink boots. Imdad there just trying to be a bit cheeky, loses the ball. Good confidence showed by the winger there. As Damita Disanayaka takes the throw, finds Nipuda Bandara plays it through with a back header. Ball still under Air Force control, Nuan Velgama plays it back to us. Damita Disanayaka, 50-50 challenge. Idowu Hamid called on for going in too hard. Smart play by the Airman. Kolita Lankesara back on free kick duties. Needs to improve his delivery and really penetrate the Blue Star defense. He's once again put it into an area where the Blue Star defenders are more than comfortable defending. Damita Disanayaka with the throw in. DK Duminda manages to play the ball back. Riku's possession. Damita Disanayaka whips it in. Angela Fernando. Shivanka. Opayemi. With Khan. And once again, Blue Star pushing on. It's EB Channa. Looks for support on the inside. It's Fahir loses out on possession. Nipuna Bandara, he's got the legs. Nipuna Bandara, it's 3-on-3 right now. Just a bit too slow now. They definitely had the numbers. They actually had an advantage for a bit there, but Nipuna Bandara not releasing the ball fast enough.
I think even then he had the option of running at the defense and putting the ball up in front for DK Duminda rather than putting it back, where already you know that DK Duminda and Gayan Kalum are running forward why are you putting the ball behind them? That was the question for Nipuna Bandara. Wrong option taken, and a very good opportunity lost for Yafos.
You'd expect a bit more from a player of his caliber, given the international exposure he has. He was definitely one of the more prominent players a few years ago, but in the last, he was vice captain for a while as well. But you can see that a lot of other players are willing to take on the defender, are willing to take a bit of a risk, more than Nipuna Bandara has been this season, and that's definitely showing on international level as well. Once again, DK Duminda with that real one-touch play. Sanayaka doesn't manage to get there to rescue the ball. E.B. Chan has looked a very frustrated character today, hasn't he, Nawad? He definitely doesn't look like the inspirational character we saw in the first match.
Hasn't he always, Deshan, he looks a bit frustrated because I think from a guy of his caliber, I think he should be the one who should be leading the side, inspiring, as you said. But it's one of his days. Most of the time he looks frustrated, but like on a game day like on week 1 against Renown, he was unstoppable.
Yes, that's what I was getting at now. He definitely looked an absolutely different animal in the first match week. Plays more like himself, I would say, this week. But you definitely need to have that attitude, that positivity and that leadership if you really want to change the game for a team. And that's what he did the last time the Champions League match week was conducted. As we see Nuwan Welgamer picking up the ball, looks for support. And a harsh challenge coming in there from behind on E.B. Channa. He did very well to earn that challenge, destroying the defender and doing just enough to warrant a free kick. E.B. Channa floats this one in. Afonso Jibola was the target, just missing out just a little too power. Idowu Hamid feeds Fahir, who puts the ball into the box. Ruan Al Nasiri more than comfortable collecting this one.
இந்த போட்டியின் 32 நிமிடங்கள் நிறைவடைந்திருக்கின்றன. எனினும் இதுவரை எந்த அணிகளும் ஒரு கோலையேனும் பெற்றுக்கொள்ளவில்லை. மிகவும் தீர்க்கமாக இருக்கின்ற இந்த போட்டியில் இரு தரப்பினரும் பல வாய்ப்புகளை பெற்றனர். எனினும் அதனை சிறந்த முறையில் நிறைவு செய்யாத காரணத்தினால் போட்டி எந்தவித கோல்களையும் பெறாமல் இன்னும் சமநிலையிலே இருக்கின்றன. மஞ்சுள பெர்னாண்டோ தலைமையிலான ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் அணியின் பின்கள வீரர்கள் மிகவும் சிறந்த நிலையில் இருக்கின்ற அதேவேளை நிபுண பண்டாரா, கவிந்து இஷான் போன்ற தேசிய அணி வீரர்களின் பிரதிநிதித்துவத்தோடு இலங்கை விமானப்படை அணியும் மிகவும் சிறந்த முறையில் தமது பங்களிப்பை தமது அணியின் வெற்றிக்காக செய்து வருகின்றது. இன்னும் 12 நிமிடங்கள் மாத்திரமே முதல் பாதி நிறைவடைவதற்காக இருக்கின்றது. எந்த கோல்களும் போடப்படாமல் போட்டி நடைபெற்றுக் கொண்டிருக்கின்றது.
Free kick here for Blue Star SC. Very good opportunity for E.B. Chandler to put the ball in. We've all seen how good his service is when he has the opportunity to put the ball into the box. He definitely does not disappoint. Another good opportunity. He whips it in. Far post. Very good chance. Ruan Al Nasiri meets it beautifully. Definitely commanding his box very well. Kavindu Ishan now picks it up. He's got pace in his legs. Pushes on. Ball played out wide by Nuwan Welgamer. Nipuna Bandara. Will he take on the defender this time? He's very shy to do so. And once again, ball has been turned over now. It's a problem we've seen a few times in this game now. Nipuna Bandara is not running at defenders, and that's so important when you're a winger.
Yes, indeed, we've seen that quite a few times from Nipuna Bandara. The only guy who has looked and taken on this big Blue Star defense is their captain Kavind Ishan, the smallest guy in the park and the fastest. So I think Air Force are missing a trick, because Kavind Ishan has shown that when you go at their defense, they are prone to make a error, like they did early on inside the first 5 minutes against when Rifkan fouled Ishan on the edge of the box. So if you can get into the box, they are bound to be, or on the edge of the box, they are bound to be a mistake coming from the defenders.
Afonso Jibola once again tried to make something out of nothing as Kolit Lankesara gets rid of it. Nasiru Opayemi plays it back, and the foul has been awarded to Air Force Kolit Lankesara as per usual, taking charge of free kick duties. In that they're just standing out to make sure that nothing's done in a hurry and that Blue Star have plenty of time to recover. Kolit Lankesara whips the ball in, sticks to his same flank. DK Duminda couldn't do much to win the ball back, but now it's a second wave attack for Air Force. Kavindu Ishan with some fancy footwork. Oh, and he gets a kicking at by Shivanka. Where he got it there, he's got very good feet, he's got bags of pace, bags of skill, and he's definitely putting it all on show. Air Force lofting this one, not the best idea given they don't really have the height on their side. Second chance, DK Duminda flashes his header out wide. Very good opportunity. You know, you won't get plenty of those coming his way, especially given the height differences of the two teams. But DK Duminda is going to be thinking about that one when he goes to bed tonight. Very important to get this first goal for both sides, as it really sets the tone for the game. We've seen 37 minutes of action, 38 now, but we've not seen either of the teams score. Obviously a bit cagey given that they've just come back from a massive 4-month break. Air Force definitely not doing enough to turn their possession into goals. Both the teams have been more or less similar, but Air Force have edged it out in terms of ball possession. They've hung on to it a little longer, as another corner comes in. Kavindu Ishan whips it in, good ball to a good area, but once again that height difference playing a key part. Afonso Jibola manages to break free. Afonso Jibola looking for options. He's getting challenged by Nipuna Bandara. Referee finally awards a free kick, but oh no, it's a throw in, I beg your pardon. Damita Disanaika takes it quick. Nobody in the box, but definitely didn't look like a comfortable clearance there. The Blue Star defender, as the ball goes out for another corner. Air Force 5 minutes to try and take something out of this first half. Yet another clearance. As Dabu Hamid tries to make something out of it. Kavindu Vishan taken to task. He manages to free the ball up. DK Duminder spreads it out wide. Ball comes into the box. Very good chance for Air Force. What a tackle by the Blue Star defender to stop the ball dead. As DK Duminder tries to put in a last ditch effort to win the ball back and keep the attack alive. But Blue Star now receiving possession of the ball. Comfortable pass for Ruan Arnasiri, just a bit of miscontrol there, but nothing too dangerous. He's got plenty of support around him. Chaturanga Fernando taking a bit of a turn, finding Kolita Lankesara yet again. Kolita Lankesara. His pass finds an unintended target. Nipuna Bandara not going after that one. Should have put a bit more effort into it, given that Nasiru Payami absolutely mistimed his kick. DK Duminder looks backwards. Damita Dasanayaka. They really need to be pushing forward at this point in time. DK Duminder. Back to Nipuna Bandara. Nipuna Bandara skies his pass yet again. An absolute waste of possession. Expect a bit more finesse now from a national player. He's not looked himself today at all.
Yeah, I think, and you cannot blame the players. They are coming out of a very long break as well. But then again, Air Force has had 2 practice matches against the Pakistan Air Force. And I believe that Nipuna Bandara is a bit reluctant to go after this defenders of Blue Star. As Blue Star gets a free kick around 30 yards out. We are around 3 minutes away from half time plus injury time.
Channa takes it quick this time. Good opportunity, spread play out. Sanjeeva spreads it out wide to his right back. Ball comes in. Sent back where it came from. Callum Pereira gives chase, just a bit too much on it. Idowu Hamid controls it and pushes it forward. E.B. Channa, he spots it. Brilliant experience shown as he tries to go for the return pass instead of contesting with the defender. Just a bit short of it. Ruan Arnasiri does well to smother that one.
That's that experience, isn't it, Deshan? E.B. Channa was 2-3 steps ahead of Kolita Lankeshwar on that occasion. But Ruan Arunasiri also up to the task. He was in close quarters to E.B. Channa to smother that chance for him.
Afonso Zibola doesn't manage to get it, but you know how he does. He pushes it forward. Imdad coming out second best in that challenge. He takes a bit of a hit. Referee having a bit of a laugh as he hands the free kick to the Air Force side. Ruan Arnasiri taking his time with this. Turnover of possession as Shivanka collects it. Air Force making a bit of a meal of this one. Afonso Zibola spots that mistake. He's a handful with his back to goal. He does very well. Tries to be a bit too deft. and loses out on a brilliant opportunity. And the referee here just showing that, the fourth official showing that they have decided 1 minute of added time is to be awarded. Sixty seconds left in the game for Air Force to try and take something out of the first half. As a very good opportunity for Kavindu Ishan to put something in. Manjula Fernando collects it and kicks it into the opposition half. Kolita Lankesara manages to push it forward. Damita Disanayaka collects it on the right side, looking for options. Doesn't go too far, Nuan Welgama. And with that goal kick taken by Shibanko, we see an end to the first half. It's been very cagey stuff. We've had maybe one clear-cut chance each for both teams. Not too much between them. Air Force slightly edging it in terms of possession. It's not been a very clean game in terms of one side being better than each other. But overall, we are glad to have some football back. We are glad to have the Champions League back after a long break. We will be joining you shortly with action from the second half after the Tamil updates.
இலங்கையின் முதல் தர கால்பந்து சுற்று போட்டிகளில் ஒன்றான டயலாக் சாம்பியன்ஸ் லீக் சுற்றுத் தொடரின் சூப்பர் 8 சுற்றின் இரண்டாவது வார போட்டியின் முதல் போட்டியாக தற்பொழுது களுத்துறை ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் மற்றும் இலங்கை விமானப்படை அணிகளுக்கு இடையிலான போட்டி நடைபெற்றுக் கொண்டிருக்கின்றது. இதன் முதல் பாதி தற்போது நிறைவடைந்திருக்கின்றது. இந்த முதல் பாதி நிறைவின் போது இரு அணிகளும் எந்தவிதமான கோல்களையும் பெற்றுக்கொள்ளாமல் போட்டி சமநிலையில் இருக்கின்றது. ஏற்கனவே முதல் பாதியில் பல கோனர் உதை வாய்ப்புகளை பெற்ற ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் முதல் பாதியில் பல கோனர் உதைகளை பெற்ற விமானப்படை அணி அதன் மூலம் சிறந்த பயனை பெற்றுக்கொள்ளவில்லை. அதேபோன்று முதல் பாதி முடிவடைவதற்கு சில நிமிடங்கள் இருந்த நிலையில் விமானப்படை அணியின் முன்கள வீரர் துமிந்தவிற்கு சிறந்த முறையில் கோல் ஒன்றை போடுவதற்கான வாய்ப்பு கிடைத்தது. எனினும் அவர் தன்னால் முடியுமான சிறந்த முயற்சியை செய்தும் அந்த முயற்சி பயனளிக்கவில்லை. அதேபோன்று மறுமுனையில் ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் அணியின் முன்கள வீரர்களுக்கும் சிறந்த பல வாய்ப்புகள் கிடைத்தன. அவற்றின் மூலம் அவர்களும் சிறந்த முடிவினை பெற்றுக்கொள்ளவில்லை. எனவே முதல் பாதி நிறைவில் தற்பொழுது 0-0 என்ற கோல்கள் கணக்கில் போட்டி சமநிலையில் இருக்கின்றது. இன்னும் ஒரு சில வினாடிகளில் மீண்டும் இரண்டாவது பாதியில் நாம் உங்களை சந்திப்போம். அதுவரை எம்மோடு இணைந்திருங்கள்.
The Recap, your daily sports updates. Wherever you are, tune into ThePapare.com at 6:30 p.m. on the dot and be updated on what happened around you.
ක්‍රීඩාවේ අභිමානයත් මගේ කණ්ඩායමට ඇති ගෞරවයත් පෙරදැඩි කරමින් ක්‍රීඩාවේ සැබෑ ගුණයන් වන නීති රැකීම සහ ඒවාට ගරු කිරීමට මම ප්‍රතිඥා දෙමි. නිහතමානීකමත් අවංකවත් රැක ගැනීමෙන් විනයගරුකව සහ සාධාරණව ක්‍රීඩා කරන බවට මම පොරොන්දු වෙමි. I respect the game.
Second ODI between Sri Lanka and Australia. Australia leading the series 1-0. The news is that Angelo Matthews has won the toss.
I pledge to play by the rules in true spirit of sportsmanship, for the honor of my team and the glory of sports. I promise to engage in fair play and uphold the values of discipline, humility, integrity, and above all, respect. I respect the game.
Sri Lanka's video revolution is here. Introducing Dialog View.
Experience 3,000 hours of international movies and teleseries, hundreds of Sri Lankan movies and teledramas, over 100 channels with catch-up and rewind TV, and the best of Sri Lankan and international sports live.
Be a part of the video revolution. Download the Dialog View app and enjoy the widest choice of entertainment at any time, anywhere on any network. Dialog View. It's video unlimited.
Swipe and type on one great device. Introducing the Dialog WinPad powered by Windows. Get the convenience of a tab and laptop all in one with its detachable keyboard. Stay on top of your busy work schedule. Be connected and up to date from assignments to surfing on the go. Dialog WinPad, a 10.1 Microsoft Windows tab with 3G HSPA Plus and Wi-Fi for just 25,990 rupees. Connect, work, surf, play. Anywhere in Sri Lanka with the fastest network. For more information, dial 1777. Dialog, the future today.
Why are you worried about data? Dialog Home Broadband now gives double data at night.
Then there'll be a thumping bill for sure.
No, you get double the data for free.
Sha!
Sri Lanka's #1 and fastest internet connection now gives you double the data at night.
Data double.
Dialog, the future today.
Sri Lanka is now connected to the globe like never before. The 100G Plus Bay of Bengal Gateway Submarine Fiber Optic Cable now delivers the single largest infusion of global bandwidth to Sri Lanka at a capacity of 6.4 terabits per second.
Don't be constrained. Be versatile, be flexible. You have the power. Set talk time, SMS and data quotas to match your style and enjoy the full potential of your mobile package. It's my plan from Dialog. Absolute power to you.
To create your own plan, visit www.dialog.lk/myplan or call 1777 for more information.
Dialog Television හඳුන්වා දෙන Dialog TV Go දැන් ඔබේ smart devices වලට ඕන වෙලාවක ඕන තැනක ඕනම network එකකින් තෝරා ගන්නට channel 40කටත් වැඩියෙන්. Rewind හා catch up TV පහසුකම් සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම නොමිලේ. ඔබේ Android උපංගයට Dialog View app එක download කර Dialog TV Go click කරන්න. නැතිනම් ඔබේ iOS උපංගෙන් Dialog TV Go search කර download කිරීමට get click කරන්න. ඔබ කොතැනද TV එතන. Dialog Television ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ටෙලිවිෂන් රසස්වාදය. Video ලෝකයේ රේසිසේ සැරිසරන්න Dialog වෙතින් ලංකාවේ වාසිදායකම night time data package GB 3ක් රුපියල් 95කට activate කිරීමට INT 95 type කර 678ට SMS කරන්න ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 සහ වේගවත්ම ජාලය සමග live එකම connected live එකම smart.
Introducing the Ultra 99 postpaid package from Dialog. Say everything you want to say with the ultra benefits of extra talk time, extra SMS and extra data at a monthly rental of just 99 rupees only. Dialog, the future today.
The Recap, your daily sports updates. Wherever you are, tune in to ThePapare.com at 6:30 p.m. on the dot and be updated on what happened around you.
ක්‍රීඩාවේ අභිමානයත් මගේ කණ්ඩායමට ඇති ගෞරවයත් පෙරදැඩි කරමින් ක්‍රීඩාවේ සැබෑ ගුණයන් වන නීති රැකීම සහ ඒවාට ගරු කිරීමට මම ප්‍රතිඥා දෙමි. නිහතමානීකමත් අවංකවත් රැක ගැනීමෙන් විනයගරුකව සහ සාධාරණව ක්‍රීඩා කරන බවට මම පොරොන්දු වෙමි. I respect the game.
Second ODI between Sri Lanka and Australia. Australia leading the series 1-0. The news is that Angelo Matthews has won the toss.
I pledge to play by the rules in the true spirit of sportsmanship, for the honor of my team and the glory of sports. I promise to engage in fair play and uphold the values of discipline, humility, integrity, and above all, respect. I respect the game.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here at the Calania Football Complex, bringing to you match week 2 of the Dialog Champions League. We've had a bit of a problem last year and we've had to postpone a few matches, and we are back after 4 months of delay, and we have Kalutara Blue Star SC taking on Air Force SC in a keenly contested game, the first match of match week 2. Both teams have been unable to break the deadlock and are heading into the second half with all to play for. Arshad?
தற்பொழுது டயலாக் சாம்பியன்ஸ் லீக் சூப்பர் 8 சுற்றின் இரண்டாவது வார போட்டிகளின் முதலாவது போட்டியாக இலங்கை விமானப்படை அணி மற்றும் களுத்துறை ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் அணிகளுக்கு இடையிலான போட்டியின் இரண்டாவது பாதி ஆரம்பிக்கப்பட்டிருக்கின்றது. ஏற்கனவே இடம்பெற்று முடிந்த முதல் பாதியில் இரு அணிகளும் எந்தவிதமான கோல்களையும் போடாத நிலையில் இந்த இரண்டாவது பாதி ஆரம்பமாகி இருக்கின்றது. ஏற்கனவே தமது முதல் போட்டியில் சமநிலையில் முடித்துக்கொண்ட விமானப்படை அணி இந்த போட்டியை கட்டாயம் வெற்றி பெற்று முதலாவது வெற்றியை பதிவு செய்யும் நோக்கோடும், அதேபோன்று மறுமுனையில் ஏற்கனவே தமது முதலாவது போட்டியினை வெற்றி கொண்டுள்ள களுத்துறை ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் அணி இந்த போட்டியினையும் வெற்றி கொண்டு தரவரிசையில் முதலாவது இடத்தை பிடிக்கும் நோக்குடனும் தற்பொழுது இரண்டாவது பாதியில் களமிறங்கியுள்ளது. மிகவும் விறுவிறுப்பான ஒரு போட்டியை நாம் இரண்டாவது பாதியில் பார்ப்போம் என்பதில் எந்தவிதமான ஐயமும் இல்லை. தொடர்ந்து ஆங்கிலத்தில் வர்ணனையை தருவதற்காக
Air Force have been the more dominant team just by a very little margin. It's been very close quarters. Blue Star SC have also had their chances, both sides coming close to opening their accounts for this game, but unfortunately not really doing themselves too many favors with the way they played at times. Air Force, of course, coming into this game on the back of 3 practice encounters with the Pakistan Army. Blue Star lacking that match practice. As the referee blows the whistle, and we can see immediately a very intense start to the game. Air Force now with the ball. Nipuna Bandara, he tries to loft it in to DK Duminda. DK Duminda manages to sneak between the 2 centre backs, but the referee spots an infringement and hands the ball to Blue Star. Once again, it's Air Force here, pushing through. Calvin Pereira on that right flank, tried to do something productive. Ishan gives the ball away. Kavindu Ishan here, can he score? Very good work there by Kavindu Ishan down this left flank. He manages to drag the ball out onto the outside of the defender and take a shot. Unfortunately, not on target. Skipper definitely leading from the front. He's the smallest man on the pitch, but he's definitely been the most potent team quite frequently, taking on the defenders of the opposition, and once again showing there that he is not afraid to take risks. And here he is once again. Chaturanga Fernando, who manages to win the ball back for Air Force. Long throw coming in. Idowu Hamid. Nasiru Payemi, I beg your pardon, manages to ensure that it does not get past him. And Harsha Fernando once again takes his throw, takes it short. This time he finds Rohan Fernando. Cheeky foul there on Nuan Velgamage, as Kavindu Ishan once again steps up to take responsibility for this one. He has a very good strike on him. Comedic error there by the Blue Star centre back. He lost his footing as he went to clear that ball and gives away a corner. Taken shot by Kavindu Ishan. Picks it up yet again. Harsha Fernando gives him an option. Ball cleared out yet again. Kavindu Ishan loses his concentration for a bit. The Air Force skipper, and puts the ball out of bounds. Rifkan taking his time in getting this throw in away. Ball comes back to the Blue Star right back. Takes a second bite at the cherry. Kavidu Ishan. Another loose touch there. Uncharacteristic of the Air Force skipper as Blue Star press on. Very good chance there, but the referee has already blown the whistle. Ruan Arunasiri finds Chaturanga Fernando, who finds Harsha Fernando, who finds BK Duminda in the middle. Ball turned over. EB Chan. Game slowing down a bit here. Bit of a slip by Dow Hamid, but once again ball wasted by the Air Force midfielder.
It's almost like a competition to see if who puts in the worst miss pass between the two sides.
Yeah, we had quite a few, haven't we, now, in quick succession as well. Both teams trying to see who can do worse. Fitness definitely does seem to be a problem, especially on the face of players like Rifkan. You can see that a lot of the energy has been sapped already, and he doesn't seem to have the legs to go another 40 minutes at least.
Yeah, you could expect that the fitness levels would be a concern for Blue Star, but especially not from Air Force. So it will be a very long second half for Blue Star, especially in the last 15 to 20 minutes.
It's very important for them that they get a goal in, because it's definitely going to change the shape of the game, regardless of who gets it. If Air Force gets it, I'm sure it's definitely going to knock the wind out of the sails of the Blue Star players. And given the conditions, given that they definitely don't look like they did in the first half, that goal could be crucial in deciding a winner.
Indeed, and looking at the substitutes, Blue Star doesn't have the bench strength. They only have 5 players on the bench with Mazir, Munfik, Bashit Amir, Mohammad Rizan and Lahiru Tarak Silva. Of them, I've seen Bashit Amir play in that FA Cup quarterfinal in midfield. Then Lahiru Tarak Silva, of course, played as a right back, even though he wasn't there in the Champions League group stages, as Naziro Pemi once again puts in a crunching tackle on Gan Callum.
We've seen a lot of speculative long balls being played. Even the diagonals, they're not really targeted at an individual player. They just seem to be played across the pitch now, and that really needs to change if either of these teams are going to try and take something out of this game.
Yes, indeed, as a 1-2 between, once again, Kavindu Shan and DK Duminda. Bit too much on it from Duminda's pass. I think if the scores remain the same until the full time, Blue Star would be the most happiest, because they've already had that one win. With the draw, they'll go up to 4 points, as Rifkan does really well to shepherd the ball.
A little risky there from Rifkan. It's not really the player you'd like to see. Another referee on another day may have given a card for that one.
Well, we've seen those kind of decisions going in favor of defenders, except for one in that FA Cup final as well. But in that occasion, I have to say, Rifkan had the advantage. He was in between the ball and the on-rushing Kavindu Ishan. So he had every right to shepherd that ball or block it. It's just that the pace of Kavindu Ishan hitting against that well-made, well-built Rifkan that sent Kavindu Ishan flying out of that line.
beats Anna now on the far side. He has an opportunity to put the ball into the box. Damitha Disanayaka being challenged. Anna puts the ball into the box. Collected there by Ruan Arunasiri. Keeper immediately dispatches the ball to the skipper. Kolita Lankesara here. He picks the ball up. He tries to go for goal. Speculative effort, an absolute waste of possession there by the centre back. He's going for goal from 40 yards. Is this going to be the tone for the second half now? They've not seen any incisive play. We've just seen a very hopeful trend.
Well, it remains to be seen as by the looks of it, Blue Star are making are readying a change. Looks like Lahiru Taraka Silva will be making his return, the number 5. Didn't play in the group stages. Good strength shown by Duminda. Subhash Chaturanga. Frustration, and looks like that first card coming in. Yes, it is for Mohammad Irshan.
Very smart play there by Nuwan Belgamer. He knew that the man was on him. He was more than happy to hold on to position that little bit longer. And Blue Star finally tallying a yellow card.
Change is coming as Mohammad Imtad goes off and Lahiru Taraka Silva comes on in his place. Chaturanga to Rohan Fernando. Tuminda from range, shot blocked. Now Ibi Channa going against Araka, cuts back in, puts the ball up front to Irshan. It was Harsha Fernando who was going after it and puts that ball out. Quickly taken now, Irshan. First action for Taraka Silva. Not good omens. Bad tackle coming on Nipuna Bandara.
Yeah, and a cheeky smile at the referee. The referee knew what he was doing. The referee smiles back. One final warning for the substitute. Wouldn't want to give him a terrible welcome after 4 months of a break, you know, with a yellow card straight out of the book. Kavindu Ishan there takes a brilliant strike. They've swapped wings, Kavindu Ishan and Bandara. Definitely seem to have worked, and Kavindu Ishan there, the pile driver of an effort. Well done by Manjula Fernando to hold on to it. Idobu Hamid there trying to create something. Fonza Jibola on the far side. Just a bit too optimistic. An interception. Rif Khan with the clearance as Harsha Fernando takes charge of this one. Harsha Fernando to Nuwan Velgama. Not very assured. Rohan Fernando. Nikuda Bandalo. Goes all the way back. Kolita Lankesara. Looks wide, DK Duminda. Yet another foul here, and it seems like the first yellow card for Air Force. Yes, it is. Nuan Belgama, he's been a live wire throughout the game, and it's the substitute Rangana Silva who manages to win that free kick and also get that yellow card. Taken quickly there, Sanjeeva. Both teams picking up one caution each. Ruan Amarasiri takes it quickly, spreads it out wide, and Air Force yet again pushing for that first goal. They really want to take something out of this game, a game they've dominated, especially in the second half. They've been the top team, called it Lankesara. Nuan Belgama tries to create something, doesn't. Ball goes back to Lankesara. Lankesara tries to be a bit too optimistic and puts the ball over the top, but Manjula Fernando more than happy to collect that one. Clearance kick taken, and Afonso Gibola contests this one. Very well done by Harsh Fernando to hold on to it. Still in it, Nimpuda Bandara manages to hold it in there. Velgama, he goes for it, but Rifkan, who seems exhausted, goes with his studs up. Definitely seems like he was the guilty party there, not Wilgama. Ball comes back in. Nuan Welgama once again on the ball. He manages to sneak it away. There. Put at risk what he does absolutely brilliantly to ensure that he does absolutely brilliantly there, Ruan Amarasiri, to ensure that the ball is kept inside. The 4 months definitely seem to have taken its toll now, with both teams playing at a absolutely slower pace than the first half. They're less creative, they're less incisive, and they are a lot more precautious than they were before the break now.
Indeed, this has been a very yawn of a game. Closing in on the 65th minute mark. Apart from the few early chances that both teams had, especially for Blue Star, there hasn't been much incisive play, as you said.
Once again, that big boot forward coming in. Shivanka takes his sweet time to walk that back to Manjula Fernando. Manjula Fernando playing the waiting game. It's actually a few times now that we've seen Manjula Fernando letting the ball walk to the edge of the box.
That shows Blue Star's intentions, isn't
Definitely,
it?
that's what I was getting at. Blue Star definitely seem to be playing for a draw, because normally in these kind of instances, it's the keeper's behavior that really signifies what the team is going for. Well done there by Harsha Fernando to shoulder off Afonso Jibola. Had he got that ball with his turn of pace, he would have been en route to goal. Once again, it's Air Force with the ball. Harsha Fernando has duties again. DK Duminder as well to dummy his man and to create an opportunity for his teammate to try and make a penetrative run, as the ball is once again with the airman. Very good chance here. Chaturanga Fernando sends it flying over. As a very good chance for Callum Pereira, just a bit too high for him. As Fahir picks the ball up and he's on a run. Blue Star playing at subdued pace. Yet another overhit pass as Ruan Arunasiri plays it out of the park. Just as a precaution. Idobu Hamid. Afonso Jibola. Not a lot of options in the middle, but Jibola on a driving run. Very good tackle. Very, very good tackle there indeed. By the right back there for Air Force, Damita Dissanayaka. Overhit cross there. Once again, ball falls to the airman. Blue Star, of course, don't seem to be worried at all about this.
Dialog Champions League சுற்று தொடரின் தற்பொழுது கழுத்தர ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் அணி மற்றும் இலங்கை விமானப்படை அணிகளுக்கு இடையிலான போட்டியின் இரண்டாவது பாதி மிகவும் விறுவிறுப்பான இரண்டாவது பாதி இடம்பெற்றுக் கொண்டிருக்கின்றது. போட்டியில் 67 நிமிடங்கள் கடந்துள்ள நிலையில் இரண்டு அணிகளும் எந்தவிதமான கோல்களையும் பெற்றுக்கொள்ளாமல் விளையாடி கொண்டிருக்கின்றது. முதல் பாதியில் இருந்ததை விட இரண்டாவது பாதியில் இரு அணி வீரர்களும் முட்டி மோதி ஒரு சிறந்த முறையில் தமது அணிக்கான பங்களிப்பை செய்து கொண்டிருக்கின்றனர். போட்டி நிறைவடைவதற்கு இன்னும் 25க்கும் குறைந்த நிமிடங்களே இருக்கின்றது. பொறுத்திருந்து பார்ப்போம். இந்த போட்டியில் வெற்றி பெற்று தமது முதல் வெற்றியை விமானப்படை அணி பெற்றுக்கொள்வார்களா அல்லது இரண்டாவது வெற்றினை ஏற்கனவே ஒரு வெற்றி பெற்றுள்ள நிலையில் சிறந்த முறையில் ஒரு கோலுக்கான முயற்சி மேற்கொள்ளப்படுகின்றது விமானப்படை அணியினரால். எனினும் ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் அணியின் கோல் காப்பாளர் மஞ்சுள பெர்னாண்டோ அதனை சிறந்த முறையில் தடுத்து தனது அணிக்கான பங்களிப்பை மேற்கொள்கின்றார். ஏற்கனவே கூறியது போல முதலாவது வெற்றியை விமானப்படை அணி பெற்றுக்கொள்வார்களா அல்லது ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் அணி ஏற்கனவே ஒரு போட்டியை வெற்றி கொண்டுள்ள நிலையில் தமது இரண்டாவது வெற்றியினை இந்த போட்டியின் மூலம் பெற்றுக்கொள்வார்களா என்று பொறுத்திருந்து பார்ப்போம்.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we just saw a brilliant chance for Callum Pereira. They are beautifully lofted ball coming into the box, and his effort at trying to dink it over keeper Manjula Fernando failing there because Manjula Fernando read that opportunity beautifully. Air Force there records the second booking for the evening, as Blue Star now have yet another opportunity to try and use this height advantage to create something out. They've pushed forward their centre back as well. Nasir Opayemi also in front. Rif Khan sends the ball in. Good chance. EB Channa takes it away from goal and takes it out of bounds too. certainly seems to be that there's only one team trying to win this game now, doesn't it? It's played at a snail's pace. And even the crowd seem to be rather subdued in their performance. Blue Star definitely seem to be more than satisfied, settling for a point. And yet another tackle coming in there. Nasiru Opoyemi, by the looks of it. Sorry, Idovi Hamid, it is throwing that tackle in. Foul awarded to Air Force. Air Force take it quickly. Ball comes all the way back. Long ball sent in towards DK Duminder. Just a bit too high for him to try and get any power behind it, but it sent goalwards. Manjula Fernando boots it forward. Holy the Lankesara sends it skywards. Fahir tries to do something with it, doesn't succeed. And he beats Anna here. Very good opportunity. He's got a few men to beat. He's inside the box. He takes a shot. Ruan Arunasiri blocks it. Second bite at the cherry here. Very well blocked by Air Force. Too many numbers in there. And too much time taken by the forwards in making the decision, especially with that second opportunity. These are the opportunities that really do count now, don't they? There are chances that come few and far between, and in a game like this, they are the games that they are the chances that can turn the game on its head. Nipuda Bandara looks for support with his skipper Kavindu Ishan. Kavindu Ishan goes after this one. Nasiru Opayemi plays it to the keeper, gets it back. He's under pressure, DK Duminder. Really is an energetic runner, DK Duminder, and he's willing to put in the hard yards. Very well done there, Callum Perry to pick it up, Nipuda Bandara. And there is a call for a foul. Shivankar gets the second booking of the evening for Blue Star. Just a bit of a shove from behind by the looks of it. Callum Pereira hits the deck. Just getting a bit of treatment. Seems like a bit of a serious injury back at the head. By the looks of it, seems to have taken a bit of a knock, and the players from both sides taking an opportunity here to replenish themselves, get some liquids in. Seems to be okay. Callum Pereira back on his feet immediately. And a very good opportunity now for Air Force to try and take something from this. 15 minutes left in the game, and they've got a free kick in a dangerous area. Kavindu Vishan definitely has the boot to put something through this one, and he goes after it. What a strike by Kavindu Vishan. Just drifts wide. Very well, that was hit, and it stayed hit. It's just that it drifted slightly rightwards off the goal mouth and away from the goal. And it's the substitute Rangana Silva. Afonso Chibola making the run, doesn't spot him. Idowu Hamid. What a clearing header there by Nasiru Opayemi. Opayemi manages to get quite a few yards on that one. Ball's fed wide again. Air Force pushing on Callum Pereira, fighting with Balgamage Shivank on that right flank. Fahir Senzirine, Afonso Chibola. Down the middle, just a bit too early. Wild shot there by Idowu Hamid for Blue Star SC. Takes a man along with that one. Could really feel the heat of that shot, couldn't he? As Ruan Arnasiri takes that goal kick. DK Duminder turns it towards Kavindu Ishan. Kavindu Ishan loses the ball. Rifkan boots it. Harsha Fernando with Afonso Chibola for company. Can he get rid of this one, Harsha Fernando? He does very well indeed towards Afonso Chibola. He has had the African in his pocket throughout this game. Afonso Chibola not really getting as much space as he would like to now. He's been closed down pretty quickly, and Harsha Fernando is the reason for that.
These last 10 to 15 minutes that will prove to be vital, especially for Air Force, because this is where your legs get tired, and with the superior fitness levels of Air Force, you'd expect them to make a final push in this last 12 minutes, as it's Afonso Chibola who has been running all day at the defense.
And once again there it was Harsha Fernando who managed to mark his man successfully. Cheeky touch there by Nipuda Bandara. He's got men for company, but he's gone. He's beaten two of them. Once again, Nipuda Bandara doing everything lacking final product. Nuan Welgama takes the shot from effort, but it lacks power. Never going to trouble Manjula Fernando, the keeper. But once again, now you can see Nipuda Bandara does everything necessary, but he lacks that final product, that final decisiveness, and that cutting edge. That's also important. Back again, Harsha Fernando. DK Duminder. Nuan Welgama misses out on it just a bit too high for him. Kolita Lankesara, but there's a Blue Star man on the ground here. It's Rifkan who's hit the deck. He's been hit with a bout of cramp by the looks of it. We were discussing earlier now that Rifkan doesn't look like the fittest player on the pitch, and he definitely seemed to have been struggling for a while.
And he won't mind wasting a few extra minutes if we've come into the last 10 minutes plus injury time. It's Rohan Fernando to Harsha, Kavindu Ishan, DK Duminder, Harsha, ball over the top as Naziru Pemi once again clears that away. Kavindu Ishan tussling with Taraka Silva. Once again clearing away.
Harsha Fernando on the ball. Looks long and he finds Niputa Bandara on the far side. Very good spot by the left back. Bandara looking for options. Looks long. Tarka Silva manages to head it away, but Kavindu Ishan nips it for a minute. Loses out on it again. Harsha Fernando with Afonso Jibola for company. He's been doing very well against the African over the course of the last 82 minutes. And once again, deals with him very comfortably as Air Force played out the back. Very beautiful phase of play there, but DK Duminder absolutely destroys that well-constructed move. It was very nice to watch here from the commentary area. Some Premier League-esque play from outside, play from the back four. Very good chance there for Blue Star SC. Idobu Hamid. Nasiru Yopayemi rather tries to head it goalwards, but once again just lacking that power. Even though the direction was there, it's not at all threatening. Blue Star. One final push, 5 minutes left of normal time. Ruan Arunasiri. Harsha Fernando. Fonta Jibola comes in to press. Manages to deal with that one. Back again, Chaturanga Fernando. He loses out on the ball. Fahir picks it up. Sanjeeva plays it back. Harsha Fernando picks that pass up from Kavindu Ishan. Kavindu Ishan finds Nuan Welgama. Kavindu Ishan plays that one too. Brilliant. Kavindu Ishan now down the flank. Nasiru Pemi there for company. Air Force make a change in these dying
Looks
stages.
like their first change, isn't it, Deshaun?
It is their first change, and it's Udesh Shanaka who's coming on in place of Callum Pereira. Callum Pereira did pick up a bit of a knock in that earlier challenge.
Some energy for the last 5 minutes plus injury time for Air Force as Udesh makes his first touch. Welgamage Nipuna Bandara. Patient build-up is needed. Not so coming from that end as it's hacked away downfield. Once again, it's Jibola who is pressing hard high up the pitch. Abundance of energy.
DK Duminda there just trying to create something again, but misses out.
Nipuna Bandara. Duminda Chaturanga. Through ball, missing everybody, and it goes up until Manjula Fernando.
Ronaldo picks it up again. He's not had much to do today. Even the chances that have come his way have been rather tame ones. Very well within his reach and very comfortable for him. A man of his caliber. A very speculative pass there from Chaturanga Fernando. He's been losing the ball a few times in the last few minutes, trying to play those diagonal passes.
Nipuna Bandar now cutting back in, tackled by Hamid.
As the game draws to a conclusion now, have you made your pick for man of the match? Is there anybody that really stands out as somebody who contributed to this game? It's been rather drab, to be honest.
It has been, but in a almost a dull and a boring game. For me, I think it's Afonso Jibola who has shown abundance of energy, pressing high up the pitch and almost scoring a couple of goals, showing good intensity, good play in the first half. Not so much in that in this second half in terms of creating chances, but he has made up for that with his energy, pressing high up the pitch, putting the pressure on that Air Force defense. How about you?
For me, I think I'm going to go with the defensive one now. It has to be, for me, Harsha Fernando. He's, like you were saying, Afonso Jibola has by far been the best attacking player on the pitch today. But, on any other day, he would be far more effective. But Harsha Fernando has had him in his pocket. He hasn't really been able to take as many shots as he'd like and run at defenders the way he would because Harsha Fernando has been good enough to hold him off. Once again, there, Harsha Fernando intercepting what would have been a certain goal for Afonso Jibola as the referee signals 2 minutes of added time. Afonso Jibola there dribbles past. Very good chance yet again for the African with some brilliant footwork inside the box. Absolute brilliant level of calmness shown.
An inch either side you would have had to change your decision with Afonso Jibola almost scoring a winner for Blue Star.
Very close there, but once again Air Force making amends for that. You didn't see that as often as we'd like over the course of the 90 minutes. We've not seen Blue Star take enough risks to try and win this game.
It was almost out of nowhere that Blue Star created that chance. Wonderful nimble footwork coming from Jibola.
DK Duminda, they are just slipping up as the ball comes in, and that should be the last clear-cut chance for Air Force. As the referee brings to an end the first game of match day 2 of the Dialog Champions League. We've just come back after a massive break, but it's definitely not the game we wanted to see. It's been very drab in terms of the action on display. The game started very cagily at the initial stages. And continued in the same way throughout the first 45, coming into the second half. We expected a lot more action, but both sides decided to play at a far lower pace. Air Force should have grabbed something here out of the two teams. They were slightly better, but it was nearly Renown. It was Renown who nearly stole something right at the death, grabbing a result.
தற்பொழுது ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் களுத்துறை ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் மற்றும் விமானப்படை அணிகளுக்கு இடையிலான போட்டி நிறைவடைந்திருக்கின்றது. போட்டி இறுதி வரை இரண்டு அணிகளும் எந்த விதமான கோல்களையும் பெற்றுக்கொள்ளாத காரணத்தினால் 0-0 என்ற அடிப்படையில் போட்டி சமநிலையில் முடிந்திருக்கின்றது. இந்த போட்டியை பொறுத்தவரை இலங்கை விமானப்படை அணி 12 முயற்சிகளை மேற்கொண்டிருக்கின்றது கோல்களை பெற்றுக்கொள்வதற்காக. அதேபோன்று ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் அணி 8 முயற்சிகளை பெற்றுக்கொண்டிருக்கின்றது. அதேபோன்று நேரடியாக கோல்களை நோக்கி இலக்கு வைத்து அடித்த பந்துகளாக 5 பந்துகளை விமானப்படை அணி அவ்வாறு அடித்திருக்கின்றது. அதேபோன்று கோல்களை நோக்கி நேரடியாக இலக்கு வைத்து 4 பந்துகளை ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் அணி முயற்சி செய்திருக்கின்றது. அதேபோன்று போட்டியில் விதிமுறைக்கு மீறல்களாக இடம்பெற்ற சந்தர்ப்பங்களாக, அதாவது ஃபவுல் சந்தர்ப்பங்களாக 14 ஃபவுல்களை ஏர்ஃபோர்ஸ் அணியினரும் 17 முறை போட்டி விதிமுறைகளுக்கு மீறலாக ஃபவுல்களை பெற்றுக்கொண்டுள்ளது ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் அணி. அதேபோன்று தமது சொந்த ஆஃப் சைட்களாக 10 ஆஃப் சைட்களை ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் அணியும், அதேபோன்று எதிரணியான விமானப்படை அணி 5 ஆஃப் சைட்களையும் பெற்றுக்கொண்டிருக்கின்றது. அதேபோன்று கோர்னர் வாய்ப்புகளை பொறுத்த மட்டில் ஏர்ஃபோர்ஸ் அணிக்கு, அதாவது விமானப்படை அணிக்கு 6 கோர்னர் வாய்ப்புகள் கிடைக்கப்பெற்றன. அந்த 6 கோர்னர் வாய்ப்புகளின் மூலமும் அவர்கள் கோல்களை பெற்றுக்கொள்வதற்கான பல சந்தர்ப்பங்கள் இருந்தும் அவற்றை நழுவவிட்டன. அதேபோன்று ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் அணிக்கு 2 கோர்னர் வாய்ப்புகள் மாத்திரமே கிடைத்தது. இரு அணிகளுக்கும் இடையிலான இந்த போட்டியில் மஞ்சள் அட்டை வழங்கப்பட்டுள்ளது ப்ளூ ஸ்டார் அணியின் 2 வீரர்களுக்கு. அதேபோன்று விமானப்படை அணியின் 1 வீரருக்கு மஞ்சள் அட்டை வழங்கப்பட்டிருக்கின்றது. எனவே மிகவும் விறுவிறுப்பாகவும் சுவாரஸ்யமாகவும் முடிந்த இந்த போட்டி 0-0 என்று சமநிலையில் நிறைவுற்றிருக்கின்றது. அதேபோன்று டயலாக் சாம்பியன்ஸ் லீக் சுற்றுத்தொடரின் சூப்பர் 8 சுற்றின் 2வது வாரத்தின் மற்றொரு போட்டியாக இதே மைதானத்தில், அதாவது கலனிய கால்பந்து மைதானத்தில் நாளை மாலை 4 மணிக்கு கொழும்பு நடப்பு சாம்பியன் கொழும்பு கால்பந்து கழகம், அதேபோன்று அனுராதபுர சொலிட் கழகங்களுக்கு இடையிலான போட்டி நாளை இடம்பெற இருக்கின்றது. இன்று இடம்பெற்றதை போன்றே ஒரு விறுவிறுப்பான போட்டியை நாளையும் எதிர்பார்க்கலாம்.
Just to take one final look at the statistics, of course the game ended goalless. Air Force outnumbering Blue Star in terms of attempts 12-8, 5 on target to Blue Star's 4. Blue Star, of course, committed more fouls, 17-14, and committed 10 fouls in their own half, in contrast to Air Force, who committed 5. Air Force with 6 corners, Blue Star with 2, while Blue Star were caught offside 5 times, while Air Force were caught offside once. Blue Star also with the worst disciplinary record, with 2 yellow cards to Air Force's 1. It's been a pleasure having you here at the Calania Football Complex. It's definitely not the type of game we wanted to see, but we are glad to have the football back. And tomorrow, join us as we bring to you the game between Colombo FC and Solid SC live at 3:20 p.m. To all of you, and on behalf of Nawod Vijay Vikrama, I'm Deshan Gonala, signing off for www.ThePapare.com, sharing the passion.
Sri Lanka's video revolution is here. Introducing Dialog View.
Experience 3,000 hours of international movies and teleseries, hundreds of Sri Lankan movies and teledramas, over 100 channels with catch-up and rewind TV, and the best of Sri Lankan and international sports live.
Be a part of the video revolution. Download the Dialog View app and enjoy the widest choice of entertainment at any time, anywhere, on any network. Dialog View. It's video unlimited.
Swipe and type on one great device. Introducing the Dialog WinPad powered by Windows. Get the convenience of a tab and laptop all in one with its detachable keyboard. Stay on top of your busy work schedule. Be connected and up to date from assignments to surfing on the go. Dialog WinPad, a 10.1 Microsoft Windows tab with 3G HSPA Plus and Wi-Fi for just 25,990 rupees. Connect, work, surf, play. Anywhere in Sri Lanka with the fastest network. For more information, dial 1777. Dialog, the future today.